There's a secret about early sobriety that we don't talk about enough. We talk about cravings. We might even talk about that flatness, that gray feeling where the world loses its color. But what about the fire, the rage, that feeling that you have a hair-triggered temper and the slightest thing could set you off? If you've quit a habit and found yourself swinging between an empty, restless void and a bonfire of pure rage, I need you to hear this. You're not going crazy. Your nervous system is in survival mode. Today, we're going to unpack that roller coaster. Why you feel both flat and furious, and give you the tools to find your balance. I've talked a lot about the flatness I felt, those quiet, empty weekends where the silence was deafening. But that's only half the story. Some days weren't empty at all. They were full of a white-hot agitation. A misplaced set of keys could send a jolt of pure rage through my body. A comment taken the wrong way felt like a personal attack. I was irritable, on edge, and my patience was worn down to a single thread. I swung between those two poles. The dull gray emptiness and the red hot fire. It was confusing and exhausting. I thought, what's the point of being sober if I'm either bored or angry? What I didn't realize was that both feelings were coming from the same place. A brain and nervous system in the middle of a painful, chaotic reset. To understand what's happening, we have to look at two things: dopamine and adrenaline. First, as we've discussed, is the dopamine trap. When you stop flooding your brain with an artificial reward, your baseline for pleasure is in the basement, where the flatness and boredom and the inability to feel pleasure comes from. Your brain is literally relearning how to enjoy normal life. But there's another side to this. For years, you used a substance to manage stress. It was your chemical coping mechanism. When you take that away, your nervous system is left exposed and it defaults to its most primal programming: fight or flight. That rage, that irritability, that hair-triggered temper, that's the fight response. Your body is flooded with stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, but it no longer has its usual release valve. So the pressure builds. You're not angry, you're dysregulated. And you need to find new ways to deal with stress. The flatness and the rage are two sides of the same coin. A nervous system screaming for balance. So how do we find that balance? We need different tools for different states. You can't use a tool for flatness to fix rage. For the flatness and boredom, reset your dopamine. Tool number 1, the dopamine audit. As I've said before, become an archaeologist for your own joy. For 3 days, write down every small natural pleasure you notice. The goal is to retrain your brain to see what rewards still exist. Tool 2, the dopamine fast. Pick one day, cut out all the cheap artificial dopamine hits, and fill the day with natural regulators. Movement, cold exposure, breath work, and creativity. This is a hard reset for your baseline. Now, for the rage and irritability, a 3-step protocol to rewire your response. When you're in that state of white-hot rage, your primal brain is in the driver's seat. It's flooded with adrenaline and cortisol. In that exact moment, trying to think your way to calm is like trying to have a quiet conversation in the middle of a rock concert. The signal gets lost in the noise. So we don't start with thinking. We start with the body to turn down the volume. This isn't just a short-term fix. It's the necessary first step that makes the long-term solution possible. Tool number 3, the 3-step rage reset. Step number 1, move. Complete the stress cycle. Rage is pure physical energy begging to be used. Don't suppress it. Give it a safe outlet. The moment you feel that fire rising, burn it off to complete the stress cycle your body has already started. Drop and do push-ups, go for a hike, go for a walk, sprint up and down the stairs, go outside, shake your arms and legs vigorously. You are physically mobilizing the stress hormones so they don't stay trapped in your system. Step 2, reset, shock the system. Immediately after moving, you need a hard reset to interrupt the mental loop. The fastest way is with cold. Go to your sink, fill a bowl with cold water, and dunk your face in it for 15 or 30 seconds. This activates the mammalian dive reflex, a powerful tool for calming the vagus nerve. Or finish a shower with a 30 to 60 second blast of pure cold. The shock pulls you out of your head and anchors you back in the present moment. Step 3, rewire, engage the mind. Now that the noise is turned down and your nervous system is more regulated, you can do the most important work. This is where you think your way to a long-term solution. You practice CBT, quick reframe, which consists of catch, challenge, and replace. First is to catch. Ask yourself, what was the trigger? Was it a person, a situation, a thought? Name it without judgment. I felt disrespected, or I felt out of control. Next, challenge. Ask, is this thought 100% true? Is my reaction proportional to that event? Often the rage is a response to an old story, not just the present moment. And lastly, replace. Create a more balanced, empowering thought. Instead of letting the rage spiral, you introduce a new script. This feeling is temporary. I have the tools to handle this intensity. I choose to respond with calm strength. By practicing these 3 steps, move, reset, and rewire, you transform the rage circuit breaker from a short-term fix into a powerful training protocol. The first 2 steps give you the space to practice the third. And it's the third step repeated over and over that builds lasting emotional resilience and challenges your default response from rage to regulation. This journey is about becoming emotionally adaptable. It's about learning to sit with the quiet emptiness without running from it. And it's also about learning how to channel the fire without letting it burn you or others. Each time you meet your flatness with a mindful walk, or meet your rage with movement and cold, you're doing more than just surviving the moment. You're teaching your nervous system a new language. You're proving to yourself on a cellular level that you can handle your own intensity. You don't need to numb it anymore. The sobriety roller coaster is real, but you are not a passenger. You are the operator. You have the tools to manage the lows of flatness and the fiery heights of rage. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being prepared. If you're ready to get these tools in your hands, my free 7-day nervous system reset is the perfect place to start. It gives you the foundational practices for building this emotional resilience. The link is in the description below. For the complete system and my full story, you can get my book, The Momhak Method. Just search for it on Amazon or your favorite online bookstore. Please subscribe for more tools to navigate this crazy journey. And let me know in the comments, have you felt the flatness or the rage, or both? You're not alone. Thank you for being here. Keep building.